As we see the tall 88 Condominium and also Prism Tower as they tower on this side of Bishop Road. This is the tourism fund building, and for sure you can see here they are doing the excavation to ensure that they lay the cabros. You can see the cabros are here.
Shifting news. Explore.
Let's hope
feel,
for those who said that the works that are being done within the CBD should also be done on the outskirts. I think this is what is happening. Just see how people are queuing on the other side. And we are now on Ronald Ngala Street, walking, seeing how people are waiting for vehicles. Like these ones, most likely they are waiting to board. I'm shifting in town.
Long time.
Sana, how are you? Sun was setting. An old faded green Peugeot 404 would clank slowly down this very stretch. And you see, this is one of the streets within Nairobi city, and we want to connect through the arteries that define Nairobi as a city. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. And we are at this part. This is the roundabout, Valley Road and Argwings Kodhek. And you can see how people are now moving. It's an evening here. And you can see that is Argwings Kodhek. Have traffic marshal police officer controlling traffic at this place. And to all our returning supporters, we say thank you, because you are our amazing supporters. You give us that amazing support to keep on keeping on. It says English. So we are now walking along this Argwings Kodhek Road. We have a good hotel on the other side. It's called Silver Springs. Maybe one day we'll be sending there an email to try if we can liaise with them. And you see, this is one of the streets within Nairobi city, and we want to connect through the arteries that define Nairobi as a city. And I know most of you understand these parts of Nairobi. On the other side, on our right side, we have the Nairobi Hospital. And you can see right now we have traffic build up on this road. And we are walking, heading to, most likely we need to head to Nairobi CBD town and see the vibe, how people are moving vehicles. And we are trying to use some of these connection points that probably most of you understand or most of you have used. So when you take a look on this Argwings Kodhek road, you will notice a fascinating blend of established businesses and even new ventures. And you can also see we have a new building here. This is Lion Site Eye Hospital coming up the side. So that means we have new ventures coming up. And you can see the tall building in front of us. That is the Altura. So for many years, for sure, this road, and this is the Argwings Kodhek Rd, has been a vital commercial link connecting the different parts of the city. And maybe I remember when it's incredible to see how it continues to revolve while retaining its dynamic character. And see, we have these establishments, we have banks along this route. So let's cross here. We wanna use this other part that has nice trees. Let me cross on this other side. And we use this lane, this pedestrian underpass. So you know, walking down this road today with its smooth tarmac and endless stream of modern cars, it's hard to imagine it any other way. But I have this vivid memory from when I was much younger, a story my uncle used to tell me. That is that Argwings Kodhek Rd wasn't always this wide. A big part of it was Maram track. So my uncle swore that every evening, just as the sun was setting, an old faded green Peugeot 404 would clank slowly down this very stretch. You can see the Altura. I think there is something going on, and there was a supporter who said about the fruit vendors along this stretch. You are very right. Sometimes I pass here and I remember you say that they are not there anymore, and for sure you are very right. You can see they are not there anymore. I think they are trying to spray paint. Wow, men at work, probably in the final touches for the building to get completed. So you remember with the Peugeot 404, so that Peugeot, as my uncle told me, it never seemed to be in a hurry. He said that the driver was an old civil servant who had worked in the early independence government, and this was his daily ritual of just crossing this Argwings Kodhek Rd, and that is Ralph Bunche Rd as it meets Argwings Kodhek. So the man or the old man wasn't just driving, he was inspecting. He'd look at the new buildings coming up, shake his head at a new pothole, and give a slight nod at a well-kept garden. We now come to this road here, massive within, and remember we are still within Upper Hill. You know, most of the time we always know that Upper Hill was on the other side where we have KCB Tower and the, what do we call it, the tallest, that is Britam Tower. But also this side is still within Upper Hill. So about the ghost of the green Peugeot. I think that story I will narrate another day when time will allow. And we have another tall apartment. I think it's an apartment, medical suits apartment for sale, coming up at this point. Yeah, so you can see we also have we can say sellers and hawkers, and these are food kiosks where you can come take a meal when you find yourself in these sides of Upper Hill. So this is always a place where people can rush to when they want to avoid the bigger hotels. So they find here at least manageable meals. So those who work on this side, you can also share your experience when you are in this side. How do you manage your lunch? Do you carry your lunch? So Ralph Bunche goes all the way and joins Valley Road on the other side, but let us use this Bishop Road. Remember, if you are visiting us for the first time, this is Shifting News. Subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive all notifications once we upload a new video. Let's use this side as we see the tall 88 Condominium and also Prism Tower as they tower on this side of Bishop Road. So when you are in Upper Hill, you can also decide to visit these areas, enjoy the vibe. What do you say about the upcoming buildings within Upper Hill? And this building, the 88, many people are asking, why is it not yet complete? What's happening? But I think as it goes, as you can see, it is almost nearing completion, and hopefully it will be completed soon. And also in this Upper Hill, there is some TLC happening. You can see the walkway, the pedestrian walkway receiving some TLC. They are laying cabros over here. So you can notice the vibe is different along this Bishop Road. And we use this just as a diversion from this is Fort Granite, a diversion from the other side of Valley Road. Most likely we'll need to, I don't know if we'll need to use the other side of the road. And I hope you have seen people selling smokies, people selling different wares along the road. That is the vibe within this Upper Hill area. This is, we have the Loreto Convent Valley Road School along this section. So, and I hope you can see that is the 88 Condominium, Nairobi's icon. So, the Jacaranda and the Skyscraper story. I don't know if that is a Jacaranda tree on the other side. So when you look at this incredible 88 condominium, it has come to change the, let's say, the feel of the skyline within this Nairobi city. So it is piercing into the sky and it is representing the future of Nairobi. Bold, vertical, and global. The sales office is on the other side. You can see they have lit the lights. You can see how it looks tall here in Upper Hill. So, but the building that we have just seen, it stands on ground that holds a very different story. There was an old family friend of ours who used to live in a bungalow right around this place where one of these modern towers now stands. So the most prized possession wasn't the house, by the way, to her, but a massive jacaranda tree in her front yard. She used to say this tree is the real landlord. Sijui kama alikuwa nailipa, so said you are just guests to enjoy the tree. So the tree was the one that was sort of hosting them. And you can see the TLC happening this side. Cabros being set on this Bishop Road in Upper Hill. Wow, what do you say about Upper Hill? And we have a coffee vendor on this other side. You can see this is another road that will lead you to Ngong Road. So our friend used to say that in October and November, between October and November, the tree or the jacaranda tree would create a very nice, brilliant purple carpet. I hope you remember what we used to showcase while doing videos along Kenyatta Avenue. Yeah, and for sure we are going to be on Kenyatta Avenue very soon because we are doing a walk to the Nairobi CBD. Probably just show you how you can connect with different roads, different paths. So that is what used to be with the jacaranda tree. So it would cover the entire compound of our friend, and it was a landmark. People would give directions saying turn left after the big jacaranda. So I don't know where our Nairobi is going, but maybe when we do this walk, sometimes people always come in the comment section with good memories, telling us how it used to be in the 70s and 80s. I hope our supporters, especially we have our dear supporters in the diaspora who are always have a connection with this Nairobi city. If you're visiting us for the first time, just enjoy our videos and connect with us. Tell us what you remember most about this city, especially if you lived here back in the days. And maybe right now the population of Nairobi is more than 5.67 million people. Maybe all the planning wasn't meant for the big numbers. This is the tourism fund building, and for sure you can see here they are doing the excavation to ensure that they lay the cabros. You can see the cabros are here. Let's hope for those who said that the works that are being done within the CBD should also be done on the outskirts. I think this is what is happening. And you can see here in Upper Hill, this is happening. This land, there is a time we were recording a video, someone asked about this land, if it can be put in proper use. So we don't know if this is a private land or if it's a public land. Yeah, so maybe the story again for the story for the jacaranda tree I think it's not complete, but okay, what happened is they sold the land, and once they sold, and it was sold for development, and her only request was that the developers should try to save the tree. So of course your guess is right as mine. Developers could not save the tree. So you never know. So but she told me something I'll never forget. She said they can take down the tree, but they can't take away the sky it was reaching for. And that is when you're talking with people, especially for those who can eagerly connect with the Nairobi city, how it was before, the memories. Yes, you can change the skyline of Nairobi city, but there are some memories you can't take away. Memories are fully entwined in people's mind, and some people always remember this with nostalgia. So we just took another shortcut here, and this is the Sarova Pan-Afric Hotel, just near here, Integrity Center. And you can see the 88 Condominium, the Prism Towers, and all the buildings in Upper Hill. So whenever you see that 88, for me, I don't just see it as a skyscraper. I see a new kind of tree made of glass and steel, reaching for the same sky that our friend's jacaranda tree was trying to look for. Yeah, and that is now the beauty of memories. So Nairobi isn't just building over its past. It grows from it, and it's reaching even higher. So it's a message to anyone looking to invest here. The ground is fertile with history, but the potential is in the sky. I hope you heard that if you are willing to invest here, the ground is fertile with history. As you can see, history intertwined in these moving vehicles, in these roads. But the potential is in the sky, and Nairobi is still growing stronger and stronger. And here we join Kenyatta Avenue. You remember when we were talking about the jacaranda trees, especially when we get to the stretch at Uhuru Park. That section was wow. The jacaranda trees, and especially when the weather was a bit chilly, raining kidogo tu. Those jacaranda, alafu when they were flowering, where it was just a different Nairobi, you know. Dear valued customers, apology for inconvenience costs. Station under revamp to serve you better. There was a day we were with Walter, and I think we saw such. That only happens, I don't know. In your locality, do they put that? A notification where they address you as dear valued customers. Remember, we are in Upper Hill, one of the most expensive per square mile. So I think Walter was joking with me that in other estates, if you go like East Lando, that notice is never there. Wewe unajisort. So you can see traffic diverted. This is the block. This is the social security house in Nairobi. And we continue along this stretch. And you can see the build-up of traffic. And we are just crossing. Remember, this is the expanded Ngong Road. And that is the rotary drilling machine with CRBC, who are constructing this Kenyatta Avenue Viaduct. And right now we are along this Kenyatta Avenue, one of the most famous routes within this Nairobi city. So you can see we have lots of dust. So especially when you are walking, especially for pedestrians, always embrace using this right side. On the other side, that is when you want to head to Nyerere Road. Yes, there is a pedestrian, but it is very, very, very dusty. And when the vehicles are using that area, so you would rather use this other side of the road or of the pedestrian walkway. See, this motorbike now is just hey, no, that is the rudeness, and I don't know how do we term this. So sometimes you can stand, you think you are on the right. Your life matters. This is the impunity most of you, our supporters, always talk about. I think we need more sanity. We need more advanced administration who can take charge of everything. You can see, have content creator. You can see now we are fighting motorbikes and pedestrians, which is a very very tricky situation, especially for the safety of us who are walking. You can see there is traffic build-up. Yeah, there was a question we were asking about the traffic, and that was it? I think it was Kariuki who said, and I think generally you people, you say that traffic snarl-ups are just a global issue, but in Nairobi most of it is due to overlapping. That is the most excruciating pain that people have to go through. And it was interesting to hear the plight of one of the friends of Kariuki who was in Nairobi and had to take almost 2.5 or more than 2.5 hours for a small stretch that I'm sure someone can even take almost 15 or 20 minutes. You can see we have multitude of people around this place. This is the Uhuru Park. People are coming from their places of work. People are walking from Upper Hill, from whatever they are coming from. Those who are coming from town, heading, others heading to town. And that is the vibe of Nairobi City during the evening hours. How can you compare this to the vibe within the city where you stay? And you see, you will find that most of these vehicles, especially the public vehicles, are full. But also you find many multitude of people who are walking. Sometimes people walk, not that si kwa kupenda kwao. Is that in English we say not their liking, si kwa kupenda kwao. Not their liking. Sometimes they just have to walk in a way to save at least to get home with something. Remember, we are still along this Kenyatta Avenue, and along this stretch, this is where we were saying about the jacaranda trees. Back then, the purple, when you are walking along this stretch, and the green. Right now we have giants. You just take a look, the Nairobi Expressway. This road has been expanded. Now more trees have been cut down. But let's hope also they can, now the beautification will also include planting more trees. And this is the unique nature of Nairobi City, where you find people are busy. I don't know if those are sniffer dogs somewhere or they are being trained within Uhuru Park. You can see people are here standing, waiting for vehicles to take them to their destination. And sometimes you'll find a motorbike, like I hope you saw when we were starting the video at the Valley Road. There were people who were boarding the motorbike. Sometimes that is the vibe, especially when you find someone who is maybe now headed home. So now we have to let me move the people. So traffic everywhere. Now we have to fight vehicles, people, motorbikes. So if you're not extra careful, you find yourself in a quagmire, interlocking cars and more traffic snarl-ups at this roundabout. That is Kenyatta Avenue and Uhuru Highway roundabout. And just see the traffic build up along this section. So these are some of the things people talk about. We need a well-kept city with good cabros, walkability. So I don't know about the dust. Is it that we are still in the construction phase? That's why you find we have lots of dust within this city. And we have had our supporters who have also suggested that we need to try to improve. You can see we have dustbins here. These are dustbins. the plastic one. You know, the other metal ones. Also, some of our viewers, supporters say that we need the plastic ones. And also, we read from Mosiria, the one in charge of the environment, that people were vandalizing the metal ones. So they decided to come up with these plastic ones so that they lack value. You can't vandalize them. And you can see this is the evening, we say menace, people have to go through in terms of trying to connect, others waiting to board vehicles to different places. This vehicle goes to Kawangware. So as we were saying, we have had some of you who have also talked directly to us about improving, also having a mic that is a DJI mic. So very soon we have something that we'll be announcing, and we need to improve. Also in our travels, we need to get two perspectives where we can have our own experience on the journey and also give you the views on the road or the places we cover. So very soon we have a lot planned ahead. We will try to ensure that there is more improvement, and your support counts because you have been here always supporting us. And on that note, let me remember to say hi to Martin and also Arthur and lots of you for always being here, giving us the unique support that always pushes us to do more of these coverages. And this is our vibrant city of Nairobi, once termed as the green city under the sun. You know, currently it's an evening. I don't know if you can see me well. Just walking, vibing, seeing the streets. That is I and Bank. We have Jikwa Towers on the other side. So let's cross before. And we have this Mbingu Street. So let us use this Mbingu as we connect to the other places of the city. By then there has been public outcry about resurgence of gangs who are, do we say, just young guys, especially after dusk has set within the city. I think from the suggestions we always get here and from what people can always share is that most people are idle, jobless. This is Standard Street here in Nairobi CBD, and this is EcoBank Towers along this Mbingu Street. So we have a lot of youths who are idle and jobless, which is becoming now an issue. And I think recently we had it should be Mosiria who said police are on the radar. So that is how we do the walking. Remember, this is City Hall itself, and this is Ngina Street. I knock at this time when we have low light, the shaking becomes excessive. But hope you bear with the situation. Hoping that one day we get another set of camera that will help us, especially during night or in low light situations. So we want to say thank you for the continued support, for walking with us from where we have come from. And right now we are here along the Ngina Street. And on the other side you can see the KICC now light coming up. And we are still along this Ngina Street. So whenever you are in town, you can always find yourself on this street. And when you find yourself, you can also walk how we have just walked. It's always a good exercise. Sometimes you walk faster. It has become a norm for us. That's why we all normally walk faster. And you can see we have very many shops within this Nairobi CBD. So we are now headed towards which area? The former Hilton building. But before that, just ahead of us, we have the International House. And you can see ahead, traffic is building up. This is the International House along this Ngina Street. You can listen to the good, cool music coming from the Sky Lounge, where in an evening you can go relax and enjoy your time there. So let's use this Simba Street and just go to the Kencom walkway. And I hope you have noted that we have dustbins across the city, which is a good show. And most of you have said that there should be penalties if you are found littering, yet we have dustbins. And that should be a discipline which should be impressed. So to you who are watching and always use this Nairobi CBD to do your daily walks, kindly apply some TLC. Make sure you don't litter anyhowly. Just ensure if it is you place your litter well. And you can see, so I think they are in the final stages. And you can see we have I think here we shall have a floodlight, those good lights. On the other side we have music, so I don't think people will be using that area. But you can see here we shall have a public, this sort of public. So you can see people queuing, waiting for their vehicles leading to different places. So what do we do? Let's go on the side of Archives. We had one of our supporters who said that the public toilet at Archives should be eliminated, and they should come up with a good strategy in terms of public what? Is it a public at that area of Kenya National Archives to make it a more vibrant public space. What do you think? What is your suggestion about the area around these Kenya National Archives? So let me use this place to connect. You know, most of the time it has been always hard to pass around this area, especially when you had this hotel when it was operating. Unfortunately, where we are headed again, there is much music, but we will just do our thing as we cut across the streets. Yeah, they said these metal ones need to be done away with. We bring the plastic, the heavy plastic dustbins. This is an electric city hopper. Let us cross here. Evening vibe of Nairobi City. Let's see how people are queuing here, waiting for vehicles plying their route, and there are no vehicles at this point. So let's move like this. As you see, remember there is, I think when we were doing the Moi Avenue walk, we said that sometimes you can find these queues go a long way. So they have to create space here for the shops. And you can see how this queue is weaving all the way. You can see this is still the queue. People are queuing, and this is the Kenya National Archives area. Remember, we are within Nairobi City, and people are queuing up to this area. Just see, that is the toilet someone was saying that should be done away with. Queuing. Let us use the Tom Mboya side. You can see here we have queues. That's the Ambassador Hotel. Also have cars. People are queuing, waiting for vehicles to head to their area of residence. See, those are vehicles heading to Kangemi, Kikuyu. And here we have vehicles heading to Karen Gong. It's 100 shillings. Kona Karen Gong. That is 100 shillings. And the traffic right now is on top. People rushing home. I don't know if we can say somewhere. You can see that queue. That is to Utawala Airways. One of these fine days we are bringing you views of Utawala Airways. We have to be there. I'm shifting in town.
Long time.
Sana, how are you? I just bumped into a friend and we had a small chat. He's called Sam. He has a YouTube channel also. He's a producer, an IT expert. Yeah, so we had to talk a little bit. And remember, we were talking about the queues within this Nairobi CBD. You can see people are eagerly waiting for their vehicle, and right now seems we have a lot of traffic within this Nairobi CBD. These are along Tom Mboya Street as you headed towards Selassie Avenue, and you can hear good music, but unfortunately the music is not good for us, especially when moving along these streets. You can see the streets of Nairobi City. Right now the people traffic is a lot. Just see how people are queuing on the other side. And we are now on Ronald Ngala Street, walking, seeing how people are waiting for vehicles. Like these ones, most likely they are waiting to board the vehicles headed to Thika Superhighway, one of the iconic roads that was constructed during the era of the late former President Mwai Kibaki. You can see how people are waiting this side. Remember, we are along this Ronald Ngala Street. So our ultimate point will be the Munyu Road. That is where we are going to end our video today, and I hope you have enjoyed the walk. Next time, find time, try the walk. It's not that long walk. You need something to energize you. You can see this is an electric bus. That is R&G Plaza, Ronald Ngala Plaza. Let's go this side. Oh, this side is just traffic. You can see hawkers, shops. So this is what people were saying about, and there is someone who commented and said the hawkers enjoy the traffic of people. So maybe if we remove vehicles from this CBD, then also we only have no vehicles within the CBD, it means there will be no traffic, and most likely we won't have the hawkers. I'm not sure if that concept can work. What do you think? So it has has been a wonderful walk, and right now we are on this Muindi Road, where you can board vehicles to different areas, including Thika Superhighway. And I want to say thank you for having been with us. It has been a wonderful walk, and we are here around this point. Thank you, and see you in our next shift. Remember to like the video, comment, and we will see you in our next shift.
Shifting news. Explore, feel, shift.